to keep it simple, pretty much you're creating a piece of content that's making somebody feel like if they don't watch this content before they go to sleep, they gonna be thinking about it all night.
Welcome to Financial Freestyle here on Yahoo Finance, and I'm your host, Ross Mack. Now look, guys, no matter where you at on your financial journey, you can never stop learning. And that's why every week I'm talking to some of the people that are uncovering the truth of building true wealth. And that's why this week is no different as I'm talking to my dog, my guy, David Amari, CEO of Amari Academy. Dave, my dog, how you living, bro?
Living great, man. Living great, man. Glad to be here. Good to speak to you again, Ross.
You already. Well, look, bro, I'm gonna have to go and get right into it because it's too much going on, right? Every time I look on Forbes, they got creators making more money than your favorite athletes. We got Mr. Beast making more than LeBron. I don't know if he's making more than Messi, but he up there. So I say this all to say, right? You found a niche, and that is in faceless YouTube automation. Break that down for us, bro. What is that? Break it down all the way, man.
Simple. Even a 5-year-old can understand it. And my 5-year-old actually does it and has a channel that made 6 figures last year, but we're going to talk about that later. All YouTube automation is just a faceless way of doing YouTube. You are completely delegating the entire process from the script writing, the video editing, and also the voiceovers, and also the thumbnail creation. The whole entire video creation process is delegated to a team, or in this current year in time, AI, and everything is just pretty much automated and generated for you. The video is delivered to you as if you went to McDonald's to get a burger, and then you pretty much put it on YouTube and collect the profit from what you invested. Typically, I invest about $50 to $75 per video if I'm going through freelancers, or if I'm using AI softwares, probably costs me closer to $100 depending on how long the video is I'm creating.
All right, break this down. Now your 5-year-old could understand it, bro, but I'm a little older and I want to make sure that the audience truly understands it, right? So faceless YouTube, right? So a person goes on YouTube and there's a video that has audio, has
Right.
images, but
Right.
you yourself as the creator, David Amari's channel, we don't see your face, right? So give us an
Right.
understanding of what these videos look like, what's the genre, like let's break this all the way
Yeah.
down.
So I'll give you an example, right? We got the NBA finals going on. Let's say you saw a video on YouTube, the top 10 plays of the 2025 NBA finals, right? And then you just literally click on the video and you see a bunch of clips from the NBA finals from game 1 all the way to game 7, right? And so pretty much all it is a montage of clips. You have a voiceover artist on it, and that person is pretty much talking about what's going on in each clip. And they're reading a script that your script writer actually created, or if you leverage ChatGPT, they're reading that script and they're voice acting it, right? We have 2 different types of voice actors. We have a voice actor who is an entertainer, and we have a voice actor who's a narrator. Typically with an educational channel, you're gonna be narrating, but with a entertainment channel like an NBA channel, right? If we're talking about the finals, it's gonna be somebody that has a little more like hype in their voice, has a little more urban sound to what they're saying, and they're just more animated and they're actually acting out the script opposed to just reading it or narrating it. So then they do that piece right there. And then from there, the thumbnail artist creates the picture, and it may be like one of the craziest photos that was captured during the NBA finals. Maybe a brawl broke out, or maybe a crazy shot took place, or somebody got dunked on, whatever that may be, right? Pretty much you have the image created with that, maybe have the text saying top 10 plays from the NBA Finals 2025. And then you just upload it to YouTube. You optimize it with SEO strategies such as making sure your title is structured, and just pretty much make sure a person wants to click when they see it, right? I always tell people, the most important piece of part of the video is the thumbnail, right? The reason why I say that is because like a cover of a book, you're never gonna walk into a library and just open a book and start reading it from the middle. You gotta look at the cover of the book. You gotta read the back of the book to see the summary. And if you don't read books, maybe you watch Netflix. You're never gonna click on a movie and start watching it. You literally gotta click on that movie, watch the trailer, see the actors and all the people inside that movie before you decide if you want to click it. So that's why the thumbnail is super important. But alongside of that is that title. We typically don't want to see titles longer than like 40 characters because we want it to be short and sweet because it's going to be clicked on all these different platforms, right? And I know I'm saying a lot right now. So to keep it simple, pretty much you're creating a piece of content that's making somebody feel like if they don't watch this content before they go to sleep, they're gonna be thinking about it all night.
You saying a lot, but you saying the perfect stuff, because at the end of the day, bro, I saw a valuation of Mr. Beast, the entire entity valued at over $1 billion. If people don't know who Mr. Beast is, he's the biggest name on YouTube. There's a kid named Ryan that all he do was play with toys and review them. Shorty might have been 8 or 10 years old. He was making over 30 million a year, right? So to my viewers, this episode, I brought David on for one reason. I want you to educate the audience so that one, people can understand a different realm of how to make money. Because as we
Yeah.
continue to, you know what I mean? As we continue to keep going, there's so many ways of making money. Whether
I'm gonna
you don't got to
do
be online doing TikTok dances, people or doing food reviews. Those people make money. But you are literally showing people how to make bread with genuinely not having to do anything other than hire a staff and let them automate it. So once again, bro,
right.
let's wheel this in because I want these people to understand it. Because when you're saying hire the staff, walk us through it. Like, right? How do you,
Okay,
if a
cool.
person's listening right now, how do they start their first YouTube show?
You have a channel idea, right? You get a channel idea, then you create that channel, you get a channel banner from Fiverr. You can literally type it on Fiverr, or you can go have it generated on ChatGPT. Type in, let's just say it's an NBA channel. Create me an NBA channel banner for a channel name, I don't know, or Baller, right? Let's just say the name of the channel is Baller, right? Create me a, a banner. And so they create the graphics for the channel, you put it on a channel, you name the channel. From there, you go on a Fiverr and you create the video. Now, you get the idea. We typically get the idea from YouTube because there's already millions of videos that have been done, right? So we take inspiration from the top video that got the most views in the last 30 days from a channel that's a lot smaller. So if a channel has 2,000 subscribers, but it has a video that got 100,000 views, we know that that video is a winner. So boom, we got the video idea. We're going to go over to Fiverr, right? We're going to go and hire a script writer with that idea. We're going to pay the script writer $15. Then from there, we're going to hire the voiceover artist. We're going to hire them for $15. Then we're going to hire the video editor. We're going to hire them for $15. Then we're going to pay a thumbnail artist $5 to create the thumbnail. That's pretty much the cover of that picture on the video before you click it, right? So right there, you got a $50 video. It can vary. It can go
Oh, I'm gonna
as
break
high as
this
you want,
down.
go as low as you're gonna.
$50. $15 for the script writer, $15
Yeah.
for the voiceover, $15 for the
Right.
video editor, and $5 for the
Yeah.
thumbnail.
Right.
$50.
And let me go into detail. Let me go into detail. So when you're getting those people at this price, you typically are going to hire somebody from Pakistan, India, Nigeria, or I believe Persia. And also there's a lot of people that are in the Philippines that are, in the YouTube automation as well. So those are the places you hire these freelancers because guess what? Our money, the dollars, is a lot more to them. So they're willing to do a lot more for a lot less. So that's how we pretty much find the dream team with the dream price, right? So from there, the video is being generated. You have so many different softwares now that you can use, but the traditional software that we use for the workflow and to keep everybody organized is called Trello. Trello pretty much allows you to put every step in that process and you can move over the steps as they get completed in the workflow until the video is ready for upload. Now, the final step in this process is to upload and optimize the video. You just simply download the video from your team, or if you have a channel manager who's doing all that for you, they'll do it for you. But let's just say you're not there yet. You're just getting started out. You're a beginner. You download the video from the Google Drive link that they send you. You take it over to YouTube. You upload it to YouTube. Once you get into YouTube, now it's time for you to optimize that video for the search engine or just optimize it for YouTube in general. So let's just go back to the example, right? NBA finals. If your thumbnail is somebody getting dunked on, right? And the title is the top 10 plays of the NBA finals 2025, ... right? Then from there, you're going to go into the description. You're going to create a 2 to 3 sentence paragraph about what that video is about and explaining your title in depth, right? From there, and I'm not trying to lose nobody. I know I'm going a little quick, but the last thing you want to do in that description is add 3 hashtags. You're going to have a broad hashtag that's really large. You're going to have a sub broad hashtag, and then you're going to have a super niche hashtag, right? So for example, we're going to say NBA is going to be the main hashtag because it's the biggest. NBA finals is going to be the next hashtag because that's still big, but it's like lower than NBA. It's not bigger than NBA. Then the final one, it may be a player's name. It may be a team's name, right? It may be both of the teams that's in the finals, right? And those are the smaller niche. Then you also have another box that has tags where you can pretty much put up to, I think, 30 tags, depending on how long the characters are. And if you get spiffy with it, you can put as many as you want. But we have a site called Rapid Tags where We can put a keyword like NBA Finals 2025, and it's going to spit out a bunch of tags for you. You copy those tags. It's going to give you the exact amount, filling out the entire YouTube tag box. You take that over, you put it in that tag box. Now your video is pretty much optimized to get reach and get viewership in so many different areas in the search engine, opposed to just getting reach in the NBA Finals. It may have a LeBron James hashtag there, and if your video is doing well, when people type in LeBron James, that video might pop up, and now you're getting viewership from that audience, right? And so pretty much from there, the video goes up. If it does well, which if you did everything correctly, it should do well. And in the beginning, you're not going to see a lot of traction. Like that's just with anything. It takes time to get, great results, right? But once you get the hang of it and you start to put up more videos and YouTube's starting to really put your videos in front of a lot of different audiences, that's why it's extremely important to do market research to know exactly what videos you're going to create. Because if you're just creating videos you coming up with in your brain, that's not bad, right? Being innovative is not bad, but with this business model, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to do what's pretty much already working, because if you do targeted market research and you see a channel that has no subscribers, posting videos, getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views with no subscribers, that tells you that that's a topic that's amazing, because they don't even have the viewer, they don't even have the subscriber or the following to, be that substantial to get that many views. So that's why that's why you have to be super precise about the videos you choose. And a lot of people that have trouble in this business model and fail, they fail because they just give up. And they are deciding to choose their own videos instead of doing market research. A lot of people skip that piece. And so they're like, man, I just wasted $500 on 10 videos. No, you wasted $500 because you didn't decide to do the research. So if you do the research and you spend 500, you should be able to generate anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 back, right? If you did it correctly.
Hey, well, one, your story is remarkable, bro. But look, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have more about YouTube automation with my dog, David Amari. Welcome back to Financial Freestyle here on Yahoo Finance. Now look, guys, I'm your boy Ross Mack, but we're here with my dog, David Amari. And this faces YouTube automation. I'm not going to lie to you people. I tried it. I didn't succeed. So that's why, for my own selfish reasons, I'm like, man, let me actually pick my dog brain. But like, one of the things you said, right, was that you got to do the market research. So let's actually kind of dive into that, right? Like, exactly, one, what does that look like? But more importantly, like, how do you even find those profitable niches?
And it's like, this business is not old at all. It's actually fairly new. I think YouTube automation has probably been around since, and this all makes sense. I'm not trying to go off tangent. It's probably been around since, I want to say 2013, maybe. And since the time of it being around, right, the oldest way to do market research was to literally go into the search engine, filter it for the last 30 days, then for on the filter, click 4 to 20 minutes, then filter it for view count. And then from there, it'll show you in the last 30 days based on what you search. So let's just say I searched NBA, the NBA niche, right? NBA moments is the niche. And I sorted it by the last 30 days, and I sorted it by, 4 to 20 minutes, and then I sorted it by the view count. It's gonna show me the top videos in that niche from the last 30 days. And all I have to do then is look for a channel that is substantially small, that has more views than it has subscribers. Now that's the bare bones way of doing it, and that's how I've always done it in any channel, right? The new way, which Mr. Beast invested in a software, he created a software called View Stats. And now View Stats is the best way to do market research, because View Stats has a and it's a really good software. I'm not affiliated at all, but it's like $50 a month. And trust me, I try to get affiliated. He's not even doing that. But long story short, they have this thing called an outlier, right? And basically what an outlier is a video that has a score that is higher and pretty much performs better than the channel typically does. So if you have a channel that has a bunch of videos that get 10K views, but you have that one video get 100,000, maybe 1,000,000 views, well, now you have 100x outlier score. And so on this software, it shows you all the outlier videos, and you can sort it from all time for a specific topic, or you can sort it for the last 30 days, 90 days, last 7 days, last 24 hours, 48 hours. Like, it allows you to get into the knit and grit of like what is going on YouTube right now and what is blowing up. And you can even sort it now to the amount of subscribers the channel has. So if you wanted to do it for like a channel with 10,000 subscribers or less, getting 100,000 views, it'll show you that and it'll allow you to put that in the filter in the last 30 days. It's crazy. So it's even easier than what it used to be. But that's what I personally use for market research right now. It's so many tools that I use, man. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that we're doing now, especially with AI, because it's revolutionizing the space.
So let's talk about marketing, right? Because it's hard to miss for anybody that makes any
Mhm.
content, the people that's crushing it, and that being the Kai Cenats, the Speeds, and all those
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But one thing I keep hearing, right, Aiden Ross and them, is that they're clipping, right? They pay these people to make highlights of whatever they're doing from a streaming standpoint. So, like, is there something similar to clipping that you do with your YouTubes?
Yeah, it doesn't work the way of because the way the streamers do it, they clip for like visibility, kind of like visibility on a business, kind of like you putting a billboard in Times Square. That's not going to be a direct return on your investment, but it's more of an awareness play for your business, right? That's what these streamers are doing with clips. What we do with faceless channels is we cut those long form videos up and we post them as shorts. We post them as TikToks. We post them as IG and Facebook Reels because what that allows us to do is to kind of create this cliffhanger effect to where the viewer wants to know what happened. Like the viewer wants to know what happened. So if we did a top 10 richest NBA players of all time, right? Or top 10 most successful NBA players of all time, right? And we start with, number 5, right? And we count down to 2. So if you guys want to know who number 1 is, go ahead and check out the rest of the video on our YouTube channel, and that's how we send them back. So that's kind of like the way we market it. Everything you're supposed to do with this automation business model is organic. There are ways you can pay, like you can pay another channel to get posted on their feed, on their community feed, right? And you can just send them the thumbnail and a link, and then say, "Hey, I want to pay you $100 to post because you have the same audience that I want, and I want to get in front of them." Right? That's one way of like paid marketing or paid advertising. We don't really use like Google ads to do that because if you pay for Google ads to get views on your video, you're going to constantly have to do that because those people are not going to stick. Right. So the best way to do this business though is organically, like just constantly post your content and the audience is going to show up, especially if you're doing it in a way that they're going to find you because they have a desire to watch this style of content.
Okay. So exactly, like, obviously we this whole episode we kind of broke it down, but my understanding is that you teach people this, right? So help me understand how people could actually learn this, bro.
Simple, man. So I have a academy called Omari Academy. It's a community that I've been building for the last like decade, coaching and teaching people. And so, pretty much in that community, we have a lot going on. I'm in the community myself. I'm on calls helping students every day. We also have, people from Think Media. There's a coach named Coach Billy that used to work for Think Media, one of the biggest like coaching spaces for YouTube in general, not faceless, but like YouTube. He now works under Omari Academy. I have a client that I brought up, and he was able to generate like 200,000 in 4 months, something crazy. Right, wasn't typical results, but he's now coaching inside of Omari Academy as well. We have mindset calls. Man, we just really keep a knit tight community, and we just teach everybody everything that there is to know about YouTube automation. So if you ever wanted to learn from me, that's the place you can be at is Omari Academy, man. It's like, we creating winners every day, man. And we would love to have you out there if you want to learn.
To your point, right? I've tried to do a little of the research. I understand like true crime is a really
Yeah.
big genre on YouTube. I'm sure, like at the same time, that also might mean it might be, oversaturated. I know one of the things you were telling me once is that you got big into gaming, or actually that's one of your passions. And so, like those gaming.
Yeah.
So, like, and obviously we talked about sports, but like whether it's finance or sports or gaming, like, what do you see, in the next 5 years potentially being one of the bigger spaces?
I made my first 6 figures on YouTube from Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm gonna make 7 figures alone, more than 7 figures from GTA 6. That's coming out in May of 2026. That game is not gonna be not even for the next 5 years. For the next 2 decades, that game is gonna create a lot of millionaires through content creation, like alone. I already got the play. I don't have a 10 million subscriber play button. That game alone is gonna get me the 10 million subscriber play button. It's no doubt. I've been waiting. Like like I really got out of the gaming space because I was waiting for so long for this game to drop. And honestly, if the game would have came out sooner, there would be no David Omari coaching. There would be no Omari Academy because I would still just be doing that. I got tired of the Grand Theft Auto 5, right? And I started doing faceless content with Fortnite and all these other stuff. And then I started to do the sports niches and all this other stuff, right? And the reason why you know a lot of people can't succeed and make money from the sound and the rain sound stuff is because people like me abused it, and so they took being able to get paid away because people like us abused it in the beginning. And so all of that stuff, that's really like GTA 5 dying in my niche really would propel me and push me to try new different things. So I really was just waiting on GTA 6. And I'm glad it didn't come because, I discovered a whole new business, man. And I turned into a different type of businessman and I created a lot more success for myself, right? And so now that GTA 6 is coming out, this YouTube studio being built out downstairs, we're going to be ready. And that 10 million play button coming and 7 figures more coming from that too. And I guarantee you in the first year, we making 7 figures off that game. We're not doing one channel. We about to have like 10 channels based off that game for the cars and the races, for the weapons, for the make money tutorials, for the new updates, for the story mode, for the online mode. We about to go crazy. So if you are trying to get into the gaming industry on YouTube and you want to make some money, GTA 6 for the next 5 years is going to be the best niche, however you want to approach it. However you
I
want to
love it,
approach
man.
it.
Well, one, bro, Dave, you already know we locked in. I can't say thanks enough for coming on and shedding light on something that not a lot of people understand, man. I obviously I hit you up a while ago about this, so I'm grateful you could come on, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you for having
A
me.
lot of gems you
Thank you.
dropped on the community. It's nothing but love, bro. And that's it for this episode, people. You already know it's your boy Raw Smack. Make sure you tune in every week to Financial Freestyle here on Yahoo Finance. Make sure you tell your auntie and your cousins. Until next week.
This content was not intended to be financial advice and should not be used as a substitute for professional financial services.